some of the tools and artifacts I've been collecting are really spectacular, and they're very different from the kind of tools and artifacts that people would expect or are used to seeing in museums, because these are not pottery or metal tools or whatever. These are stone tools. Now, normally when you collect stone tools, people think, oh, it's Stone Age. It means it's people living in caves, primitive. No, this is completely the opposite. Once again, taking our history and turning it completely on its head. Realizing that advanced technology doesn't have to come wrapped in silver metallic packages so that you can sell it to somebody in a shopping mall. That advanced technology is actually around us. It's in the stone, it's in the materials around us, specifically in the stone and the rock. It's in our bodies, our cells and our DNA is the most advanced technology that actually exists. We just don't know it yet. But that's changing. We're starting to figure this out. That our bodies are far more effective at utilizing the sun than any photovoltaic cells we've ever created by scientists. So we realize that utilizing stone tools, using the silica inside the tools, is actually an acute understanding of using the inert technology inside the stones. Now, the reason I discovered this is because I found these strange cone-shaped tools scattered throughout southern Africa and among the stone ruins. And I started photographing these cone-shaped tools. Pretty much every time I go out on a walk and walk among the ruins, you will come across these weird cone-shaped tools. So I photographed many of them, I collected some of them for my museum, and then I started discovering a connection between cone-shaped tools in Egypt. In Bosnia they found some, at the Bosnian pyramid. The Native Americans used cone-shaped tools. The medicine men still use it in their sacred ceremonies, in the kivas. And I realized that cone-shaped tools were also apparently used by Edlied Skalnin while he was building Coral Castle. And suddenly you find a common denominator. And then I found cone-shaped tools in the San Jose Museum in California, in the Rosicrucian Museum, that clearly show us in cuneiform text. They were retrieved from the stone walls of the Sumerian temples that commemorate the building of the Sumerian temples. So I discovered that these cone-shaped tools are inextricably linked to utilizing sound as a source of energy. And what they probably or possibly were the tips of advanced Caesar technology devices, possibly using your body as the conduit, by holding these cone-shaped tools in your hands, allowing the energy to flow through you and focusing the sound, like laser beams focus light through crystal to create the crystal beam, focusing the sound so that the sound creates a Caesar technology, Caesar beam. Now, the reason why this has been missed is because Caesar technology was only discovered in 2009 by modern science. And yet here we have evidence that Caesar technology was found and used hundreds of thousands of years ago by these ancient gold miners in southern Africa. And then we get to the sacred stones, these strange donut-shaped stones. I believe that they're at the center of the energy generating capacity in the millions of stone ruins in South Africa. What they actually are the seeds to generate vortex energy fields. If you look at what they shape, they are exactly the same structures as you'll find when looking at the double toroid vortex energy fields, as donut-shaped structure that are behind the creation of galaxies and solar systems and so forth. Here we have them in compact, tiny little model that when you input a sound frequency into the middle of it, will generate and spike huge energy fields around it. This is an interesting thing, because if I just told you this, speculating this, you'd think, okay, that's an interesting idea. I now know that they work. And how do I know this? Because of bringing this sacred stone from South Africa to Hawaii on the aeroplane, going to the security systems, when it crashed the security system. And they called Louise and I off the plane and said, your case contains a security breach. And there were guys with guns standing around us. They forced us to open my bag on the tarmac, waiting to see what's going to pop out. and out popped the sacred stone. So I got a big smile on my face. I went, it works. The stone works. So I can just imagine what must have happened while they put my suitcase through the scanning device at Homeland Security, and obviously sent frequencies through it and scanned it, and one of those frequencies must have gone right into the center of that stone and must have just momentarily hit off a huge energy pulse, and it just fried their system. And I was so excited because I knew that we really had something that works.
That's pretty incredible.